The differences between the amateur game and professional boxing are vast in some respects, as we've been seeing, but the amateur ranks remain the biggest breeding ground for young talent. It's just that we seldom find the breeding ground to be quite as elegant as this. Craig Slater travelled into the Ayrshire countryside to find an idyllic, peaceful setting for a fierce rivalry.
Places like Craigengillen House don't normally stage international boxing. And while visiting the former seat of the McAdams of tarmac fame, the Ireland squad chose to wander off the beaten track.
It's amazing scenery, you know, it's a setting for boxing, like, you know, but it's a great occasion for us.
Yeah, there's a lot of history between the two Celtic nations, and certainly the boys are up for competition tonight.
Meanwhile, Scotland opted for home comforts.
They're over here to fight. Each of the individual boxer will be here to win, so it'll be hard for us. Yeah.
Kilted Kiwi coach John Mackay faced a tough assignment just 7 weeks into the job.
With 9 bouts, it's hard to assess, but Ireland will be very strong, and hopefully Scotland on their home territory will be even tougher.
Despite partisan home support, the Irish started favourites against their Celtic cousins. But after weathering an early storm, machine operator Craig Breen handed the Scots a winning start with a cut-eye stoppage of Octorard's Tommy Lee.
It was a close fight. I thought it could have been different at the end, we don't know yet, but I thought it was a tight fight, aye.
Good start for Scotland, and you must be pleased about that.
Aye. That's the best bit about it, it's for Scotland. All goes down for Scotland.
Apprentice joiner Mitch Prince then doubled the lead, despite hitting the canvas against Neilston's Gary Dunn.
The slip up when I got the count, I was just for humour, I suppose, but most boys wouldn't have stood the power of my body shots, but I could see he was. He was a really class boy.
And when 17-year-old double glazer James Carlin edged a tight contest with Terry O'Neill, the Scots looked firmly in control.
The crowd's brilliant, the crowd really get you on, get you hyped up for it. As I was saying, the last round really got me out there because of the crowd lifted it up for me. Really, really good.
Ireland needed a captain's performance from middleweight Eamon O'Kane, and roared on by his family. He easily decisioned Chris Black.
My mother's Scottish. I said, so I'm well used to the Scottish atmosphere, so hopefully we'll bring a victory back to Dublin with. I says, and the rest of the lads will do the business.
Did box very well, and he captained the team, so he'll be delighted with his performance tonight.
The Irish were now back in with a shout. Heavyweight butcher Seamus Kelly had too much power for Alex Martin. The Scots throwing in the towel in the second.
Pretty good delighted, I caught him early, a couple of shots, I seen him hurt, so went for the kill then, you know. But thank God it worked out all right.
Patrick Hyland then levelled the match for Ireland, outscoring Furnham Raffia at featherweight. But when Marine Commando Jim Cusick edged Scotland ahead again after a tough battle with Aid Carlisle, Olympic prospect Craig McEwen set out to clinch the match against Belfast's Brian Kerr, and did so in emphatic style.
Oh, wicked left hand. I knew the guys were telling me he just comes forward a bit wild, so I was just catching him a good shot, and I did. Great.
So Scottish eyes were smiling, but with some excellent performances on either side, both coaches had plenty to be pleased about.
I thought the Scottish boys boxed their hearts out. Unbelievably good.
At the end of the day, Scotland won this time, but maybe Ireland won the next time.
I have to be neutral here. But what a setting, Spencer.
Tremendous settings, and I mean, what that event means, you know, to put on your vest for your country really does mean something, and I mean, you see there, it is great fun. I mean, this is grassroots to the professional game, and I mean...
That's way off the beaten track, out in the Ayrshire countryside, but it seemed to work as an experiment.
Oh, it did. I mean, I've never known anything like it. I'm sure that's the first time that they've had boxing...
That's a grassroots there, that's for sure.
Boom, boom. Yeah. But I mean, it's excellent, and it's an excellent contest, and just what it means for the kids to put on those vests.
And I thought, looking from what I could see there was actually quite a bit of talent there too. Some good boxing, well-made matches, and I thought the standard was good.
I don't think when these two were amateurs would have been allowed in the door of that place, I tell you. But the thing that I think of, how many Olympic gold medalists are we going to see from those two teams in Athens next year? And well, I hate to say it, but I don't think
both teams were at full strength, but there was some good talent there. We couldn't really judge from what we saw, but I thought the standard was pretty good overall.
And there's still a little bit of time, Colin, for the team to develop, isn't there?
Oh, absolutely. Possibly we will have another Barry McGuigan or Wayne McCulloch out of the Irish team. And yet again, we may have a Ken Buchanan or a Scott Harrison out of the Scottish team. Only time will tell.
We can live in hope. And Colin, we should just say thank you very much indeed for allowing us an insight into your ancestral home.
You're welcome. It was only my weekend retreat.